In terms of how we've approached it in the library, because we've got a lot of staff and a lot of different teams doing different types of work, delivering different services, we've taken a project approach to implementing hybrid. So we set up a project team quite early on in the process, sort of right at the beginning of the summer, with the view that team would take on the sort of library-wide planning of hybrid. So looking at things like the technology that our staff will require to be able to carry on working from home or working in a hybrid way, looking at library spaces and how we're going to use them when staff come back on campus, and things like people and culture change. So like setting that library-wide sort of principles and priorities, if you were, on how we want to approach it, based on obviously the central hybrid principles that have been developed by the project team. One of the key ones for us is, so before the pandemic, we'd already been trying to implement agile working. So we'd moved a lot of staff to laptops, and we were encouraging teams that were able to do that to work in different spaces and work from home occasionally. But we'd really come to a bit of a block with that in terms of making a real cultural change, because obviously it wasn't a model of working that was supported centrally. So we'd always it would get to a point and then we couldn't really implement any further. So across lots of different services and industries, it's that trusting staff to do their jobs regardless of where they're sitting. I think it's coming back to that idea of communicating and being open and bringing your staff along with your plans and how you're going to approach things. So what we have been doing throughout our sort of build up to implementing the hybrid pilot is running drop-in sessions for our managers, I think every couple of weeks, so that they can come along to an informal session, and there was a member of the project group there, or several members, so staff could ask questions about how hybrid was going to work. And actually that was really useful, and we got a lot of information from those sessions that we fed back into the project team. The other thing we did was set up an all library Teams space for all library staff, and we've got a hybrid channel on there. And so we're encouraging people to ask questions, post ideas, raise concerns that they've got. So again, it's encourage this open way of working. And that we think that's been really important. Communication has been really important. And then we also had an open meeting with our library executive team, again based on hybrid and what our plans were, and encouraging staff to do ask questions in that setting as well. So that's kind of the main things we're focusing on in terms of people and culture change, is just making sure we communicate regularly. Staff have got lots of different channels and opportunities to ask questions and voice concerns, and then we ensure that that's fed back and it's clear that we're doing that and we're listening.